Sup, homies? Yeah, that just happened. What I'm going to talk about in Gigi's Thoughts episode 2 is Alice Madness Returns. Now, we are not completely through with the game yet, so I don't really have much game footage or anything, but I wanted to throw another Gigi's Thoughts episode out there sooner rather than later. But what I'm going to talk about in this episode of Gigi's Thoughts is the costumes in Alice Madness Returns, because they are some of the coolest costumes I've ever seen in a video game so far. I want most of them. I'm going to also talk about some of the weapons that you can use in the game, which are kind of interesting. Like I said, I don't have gameplay footage as of yet. I will do a Gigi's Thoughts episode 2 part 2, I guess you can call it, that will have some gameplay footage once the game is complete. But yes, I did want to toss another episode out there quickly so that you guys didn't forget about me. But anyways, on to the costumes. Okay, for the costumes, this is the caterpillar, obviously. Pretty cool with the little wings there. I do really like this costume, but it's not one of my favorites, but it is pretty cool. The Cheshire reminds me of an interesting avatar, though John seems to disagree with me. I do see kind of a bluish gray, but it's pretty cool anyways. I like the cat feet down there and her eyes. The checkmate, which is one of my favorites, is pretty sweet. Each thing, I don't know if you can see it on the bottom there, but each costume has a little special thing that you can do, and the checkmate doubles the damage for all weapons, which is kind of cool at points, especially when you're fighting some of these things that you fight. The Flesh Maiden, you can go into this really cool mode, which I call Chaos mode, but it is a Hysteria mode, which when you're on your edge of death, it kind of helps you get through that. My absolute favorite costume, the Late But Lucky, I unfortunately can't read that, but it does have some really cool tendencies not tendencies, but it has some cool things that you can do with it, and I want this costume so bad. The Hattress is another really awesome costume here. One thing that you notice in the game is that it is very industrial. It has a lot of gears, a lot of metal, a lot of kind of looks like 1800s industrial style in the whole game. Story mode is just the generic costume that you get when you start the game. If you do get this game, we downloaded it on the Xbox. We didn't buy it, but you can download the different dresses and everything, so that's pretty cool. This is one that you unlock when you get to a certain point, the steam dress, which I do like. Obviously, like I said, it has the industrial touch to it. Pretty sweet. I would like that one made as well. The Siren is when you get through this water mode, kind of like you're in an underwater scene. It's more of a fishy look, and her hair always looks as if she's underwater, and I like it. It's not my favorite, but it's decent. I like the colors. Turquoise is my favorite. The Silk Maiden is one of my favorite story modes. I don't like the dress, but it is more of a Japanese theme, and it's when you're trying to meet the caterpillar, so I do love that scene. The royal suit is when you are headed to meet the queen, obviously, you can tell by that, but you do unlock that when you get into the queen's castle. As for weapons, I'm going to do the weapons here in my favorite dress. This is the Vorpal Blade. This is the Vorpal Cleaver. All weapons that you get, you can upgrade by collecting teeth. Yes, teeth. This is the Pepper Grinder. It helps you shoot things that are at a distance, such as clocks, which become extremely important. The Octo Grinder is another one that is pretty important, that helps you shoot things that are a bit farther away. One of my favorite weapons here is the Hobby Horse. It's kind of like a riding horse, but of course you can see it's a little bit more extreme. That helps you whack the crap out of things. The Nightmare Hobby Horse is my favorite. It's I don't know, I just really like it. That's the other hobby horse, but the catnip cannon helps shoot hot tea out at things, and it actually makes a really cool Cheshire flame when it comes out. But that's the other teapot cannon that helps you shoot hot tea. But all these weapons are definitely cool. There's also a couple other weapons, as you can see here. The umbrella helps you throw things back at enemies that throw things at you, and down at the very bottom, that little bunny is actually a bomb. You can set it down. It starts off as a top hat, and you can set it down and it'll just pop up like one of those little wobbling, I don't even know how to explain it, but one of those little wind-up toys that kind of wobbles back and forth, and then you have a remote that you can blow it up with. You can also see over to the side that there are keys, and each key represents a chapter that you reach in the game. And there are 6 chapters, and we are only at chapter 4. One of the things that I don't like about the game is the chapters last forever. It seems like we've been playing this game for days, and it says that we are only 67% complete. We are through 4 chapters, and I swear to you the chapters last for freaking ever. One chapter that we were in was a kind of like a dollhouse, which is one of my worst nightmares. Baby dolls are really creepy to me, but anyways, so we're in this dollhouse world, and it is just lasting forever, and you think you're out, but nope. You just open up to another dollhouse, and you open up to another section of this crazy world where these crazy dolls chase you with scissor hands and Captain Hook arms, and anyways, that's one thing that I don't like about the game, is that they last forever. So anyways, I don't know how exciting this was for you guys, but this is my first thoughts about Alice Madness Returns. I do like it. I am very excited to see where it goes from here. I'm excited to see what else you get introduced to, what other characters creep the crap out of you, and what other costumes you can unlock. So if you have any comments, any questions, any concerns, leave them down in the comment box. If you want to know something more about the game, let me know, and I can put it in the Madness Returns Part 2, which there will be, because I am excited to show you some of the gameplay, some of the scenes that you come across, and the people that you meet, and it makes you want to talk in a British accent, because the whole time it is a very thick English accent that everybody uses, and some of them are a little bit too thick. You can't understand what they're trying to say. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time. Bye!